In this video, we will look into one of the most captivating historical mysteries: the alleged connection between President John F. Kennedy's interest in UFOs and his tragic assassination. Just 10 days after reportedly warning NASA about extraterrestrial activities, JFK was fatally shot, sparking decades of speculation and conspiracy theories. Join us as we unravel the events of 1963, blending politics, space exploration, and the unknown, to uncover whether there's any truth to these rumors that have intrigued scholars and conspiracy theorists alike. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, took office at the height of the Cold War, a period when the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union was rapidly escalating. Kennedy was not just a political leader. He was a visionary who saw beyond the immediate political struggles to the broader implications of space exploration for mankind. In a famous speech at Rice University in 1962, he challenged America to send a man to the moon before the decade's end. This ambition was not merely a political statement, but a testament to his belief in pushing the boundaries of human achievement and exploration. Kennedy's administration increased funding for NASA, and his public speeches often reflected his fascination with space and the possibilities it held. Under his leadership, the pace of space exploration accelerated, capturing the imagination of the American public and the world. Kennedy's advocacy for space exploration was driven by a mix of geopolitical strategy and genuine curiosity about the universe. His interest in space was not just about landing on the moon. It encompassed a broader desire to explore and understand the unknown. This quest for knowledge was reflective of a period of immense curiosity and scientific advancement, setting the stage for what would become a pivotal part of his legacy. The 1960s were ripe with reports of unidentified flying objects, commonly known as UFOs. These mysterious sightings captured the public's attention, generating a mix of fear, curiosity, and speculation across the United States and beyond. Newspapers and magazines frequently reported on new sightings, each adding layers to the growing mythology surrounding UFOs. During this time, the general public was deeply intrigued by the possibility of extraterrestrial life, and this curiosity was mirrored by high-ranking officials within the government and military. Reports from pilots, radar operators, and other credible witnesses added legitimacy to the claims of UFO sightings, prompting official investigations. One such project, Project Blue Book, was the United States Air Force's attempt to investigate UFO sightings and determine whether they posed any threat to national security. The atmosphere of the 1960s, driven by a race to conquer space and the mysteries it held, set a perfect backdrop for the emergence of UFO-related theories. As interest in space grew, so did the fascination with what else might be out there. This period was marked by a societal shift towards questioning the unknown, spurred by the technological advances that made space exploration seem within reach. While we transition from Kennedy's passion for space exploration to the specific allegations that he warned NASA about UFOs, it's essential to understand the broader context of the time. The excitement and fear of the unknown, the technological strides, and the political implications all converged, making the early 1960s a time of wonder and apprehension. Amidst the fervor over space and UFOs, there emerges a particularly intriguing piece of the puzzle: an alleged warning issued by President Kennedy to NASA concerning UFOs. Conspiracy theorists claim that just days before his assassination, Kennedy expressed concerns about UFO activities to NASA officials, urging transparency and the sharing of UFO-related information with the Soviet Union to avoid misinterpretations and potential conflict. This claim is primarily based on a classified document, often cited by enthusiasts, which supposedly captures Kennedy's interest in fostering cooperation with the USSR on mutual UFO sightings during the Cold War. The authenticity and content of this document are hotly debated among scholars and conspiracy theorists alike. While some argue it signifies JFK's proactive approach to unknown phenomena, skeptics question its validity, pointing to the lack of concrete evidence and the secretive nature of governmental documentation from the era. The intrigue of this narrative lies not just in the content of the warning, but in its timing. The proximity of this alleged communication to Kennedy's assassination fuels speculation. Was Kennedy's pursuit of transparency about UFOs a threat to deeper, darker elements within the national security apparatus? The theme of secrecy is pivotal when discussing the intersection of UFOs and government policy during the 1960s. The U.S. government's official stance on UFOs was one of skeptical dismissal, despite numerous reports and public interest. Project Blue Book, which we mentioned earlier, was the Air Force's program tasked with investigating UFO sightings. Officially, it concluded that most sightings were misidentifications of natural phenomena or conventional aircraft, and none were a threat to national security. The termination of Project Blue Book in 1969 did not end public speculation or conspiracy theories. Many believed that the project was simply a front to pacify the public while the government continued to investigate and conceal the true nature of UFO encounters. This belief was bolstered by reports of retired military personnel and officials who later came forward with claims that the government had evidence of alien visits that was deliberately withheld from the public. This backdrop of skepticism and secrecy sets the stage for understanding the cultural and political climate of the 1960s. The government's secretive handling of UFO information contributed to a growing distrust in public institutions, a sentiment that was only amplified by the shocking assassination of a president who was seen by many as a beacon of transparency and progress. While we move forward in the narrative, the connections, tenuous and speculated though they may be, between JFK's assassination and his stance on UFOs and transparency continue to stir debate. Was there really a link, or is this another layer of myth in the complex legacy of JFK? As we approach the grim anniversary of November 22, 1963, the timeline becomes crucial to understanding the context of JFK's assassination. The 10 days leading up to this event were marked by significant political activity and personal appearances by President Kennedy. He was involved in continuous planning for the 1964 presidential campaign and was engaged in key policy discussions that included civil rights and international relations. Kennedy's schedule was packed with travel, including a crucial trip to Texas designed to unify the Democratic Party and gather support for his re-election. This period was not just busy, it was charged with tension. The president faced multiple threats and warnings, some related to his policies and others simply due to the volatile atmosphere of the 1960s. Reports from the FBI and Secret Service hinted at the dangerous undercurrents, yet Kennedy remained committed to his duties, pushing forward with his public commitments. The significance of these final days is profound. They depict a leader fully engaged with his country and its issues, unaware that each step was bringing him closer to a tragic endpoint. It underscores the shock and turmoil that followed his assassination, as the nation grappled with the sudden loss of their charismatic leader. The juxtaposition of his active leadership with the abruptness of his death enhances the narrative of loss and confusion. On that fateful day in Dallas, the sequence of events unfolded rapidly. As Kennedy's motorcade passed through Dealey Plaza, shots rang out. A moment captured in painful detail by the Zapruder film and numerous eyewitness accounts. The president was pronounced dead shortly after, at Parkland Memorial Hospital. This event did not just stun a nation, it sent shockwaves around the world, marking a pivotal moment in U.S. history. The immediate aftermath was a blur of activity. Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was sworn in as president aboard Air Force One, a symbolic transition of power under extraordinary circumstances. The nation mourned, and a state of deep national reflection followed. People of all ages and backgrounds questioned how such a beloved leader could be taken so abruptly and under such mysterious circumstances. The assassination of JFK has been dissected from countless angles, from the official account provided by the Warren Commission, which concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, to various other theories that suggest a broader conspiracy. This tragic event remains a focal point for discussions about transparency, trust, and truth in government dealings, themes that resonate with the earlier part of our narrative regarding JFK's alleged interactions with NASA and his interest in UFOs. While we move forward, we will look into the swirl of conspiracy theories that emerged after Kennedy's death, linking his assassination with his supposed stance on UFO transparency and his push for cooperation with the Soviet Union. These theories continue to challenge the official narrative, inviting us to question what we know and seek deeper truths. Following President Kennedy's assassination, a multitude of conspiracy theories began to surface, offering alternative explanations to the official account provided by the Warren Commission. Among these theories, some suggested that Kennedy's assassination was linked to his desire for transparency about UFOs and his push for closer relations with the Soviet Union regarding space and unidentified flying objects. These theories propose that his forward-thinking stance might have threatened certain powerful interests within the military-industrial complex and secretive government entities. It looked into the variety of these theories, examining the motives that different groups, ranging from government organizations to foreign adversaries, might have had for wanting Kennedy gone. While mainstream historians and scholars dismiss most of these theories as lacking substantive evidence, they have found a persistent audience. The discussion here emphasizes critical thinking and the examination of sources, encouraging viewers to discern between substantiated facts and speculative narratives. The appeal of these conspiracy theories also illustrates a broader societal phenomenon: the distrust in official narratives and the allure of a more complex, hidden truth behind significant historical events. This skepticism isn't just about the assassination itself, but reflects wider doubts about governmental transparency and honesty, themes that echo JFK's own concerns about secrecy and the public's right to know. In the aftermath of Kennedy's death, NASA continued its mission to land a man on the moon, achieving this goal in 1969. But the landscape of UFO research and public policy regarding extraterrestrial phenomena experienced subtle shifts. Under the scrutiny and skepticism that followed the assassination, the U.S. government's approach to UFOs became even more cautious and secretive. The closure of Project Blue Book in 1969 marked an official end to the Air Force's public engagement with UFO investigations, pushing much of the conversation into the realms of speculation and non-official channels. It explores how Kennedy's assassination impacted subsequent UFO policies and public disclosures. Despite a decline in official investigations, public interest in UFOs did not wane. Rather, it evolved, with the believers and researchers growing more organized and vocal. The government's reluctance to provide transparency has often been seen as validation of conspiracy theories that agencies are hiding evidence of alien contacts. The legacy of JFK's interest in space and transparency has continued to influence how agencies handle issues of national security and scientific curiosity. His vision for a cooperative international approach to space exploration and UFO phenomena contrasts sharply with the more guarded strategies adopted later, reflecting a change in how governmental secrecy was perceived and criticized in the post-assassination era. The interest in UFOs and the legacy of John F. Kennedy's presidency are intertwined in ways that continue to resonate in American culture and policy. JFK's advocacy for space exploration and his unfortunate assassination have left a lasting imprint on how these subjects are viewed. His forward-thinking views on transparency and cooperation, especially in the realm of the unknown, have inspired generations to ponder the possibilities of what lies beyond our planet. It examines how Kennedy's legacy has influenced subsequent governmental approaches to space and the unknown. It highlights the ongoing public fascination with both JFK and UFOs, showcasing how this interest has permeated popular culture through books, films, and television. The enduring mystery surrounding his assassination and the speculative connections to UFO disclosure have only fueled this cultural phenomenon, keeping JFK's vision alive in public memory and imagination. The rise of the internet and digital media has given new life to JFK conspiracy theories and UFO discussions, enabling people from around the world to share information, debate, and collaborate in search of truth. This connectivity has transformed the way we explore these topics, making it a global conversation that transcends national boundaries and governmental control. While we conclude, we reflect on the interconnected themes of JFK's presidency, his assassination, and the ongoing intrigue surrounding UFOs. This narrative is not merely about historical events, but also about the broader human quest for knowledge and understanding in the face of the unknown. The story of JFK and his connection to UFOs challenges us to think critically about the past and encourages us to question what we accept as the definitive truth. We are left to ponder the implications of secrecy, power, and the pursuit of knowledge. JFK's story urges us to remain curious, skeptical, and vigilant as we continue to explore the vast unknown, whether it be in the depths of space or the complexities of human history. While we may never have all the answers, the journey of discovery and the questions we ask along the way are vital in keeping the spirit of exploration alive. This exploration of JFK's impact on NASA and UFO policies, alongside his broader legacy, demonstrates how the past continues to influence present understanding and future possibilities. It invites us to keep asking questions, pursuing truth, and exploring the unknown with the same fervor that characterized both Kennedy's presidency and the public's imagination about what lies beyond our world.